Water is crucial to life. If human beings try to change the course of water, it's important to remember that water always wins. And so we have to realize, we have to make other people realize that we are stewards of the stream.
Our youth are our future. We need to get them familiar with the river, familiar with what we do, familiar with what West Virginia Rivers does, so that what we have started can continue.
It's not just that there is work that needs done, but being able to access that river and knowing, this is somewhere that you can use and you can be proud of.
You stand up, you fight for your rights. Everybody deserves clean water.
West Virginia Rivers does a fantastic job promoting all the rivers in the state of West Virginia. They bring watershed groups together, promote us equally. Our river has a terrible history as a garbage dump. It has improved dramatically over the last several years, partially because of cultural change, better law enforcement, better garbage collection services. The garbage and trash has, I guess, mostly washed downstream, but the tires have remained. Tires are firstly unsightly. If there was a tire here and a tire there, and you just pull them out and get rid of them and that'd be that. But hundreds of thousands of tires is just a tire disaster. I kept thinking, why doesn't somebody do something about that? And then I guess it just kind of clicked, well, I am somebody, so I guess I'll do it. We started in 2019. We're at 16,183 tires right now after 6 years of work, and there's still years, decades of work to do. The tires in certain locations are in layers. So we go in 1 year and take off a top layer of tires, and the next year there's another layer of tires that were under those. These tires are trapping silt and sediment, sand, and strangling off the natural cobble bottom where the primary food source for a fish, that's where they live. I actually made the joke that when we find a wagon wheels, we'll know we're done. But 2 years ago, I found a wagon wheel and we're nowhere near done. This isn't your typical volunteer gig. This is something unique, and it's hard work. West Virginia Rivers have come down with people and gotten in the river with us and helped us recover tires, and we appreciate that. Perceptions have changed for a number of reasons, but a lot of that is because we've been promoting the river so much. Grace Williams, she's been just about every year in our tire tug of war efforts. She's on our board of directors and regularly brings her student groups out to do public service projects, including along the Tug Fork River.
We're here at Big Laurel Learning Center. Big Laurel Learning Center is an environmental education and nonprofit in Southern West Virginia.
We've done youth paddle camp for the past 2 years.
Our goal was to just get a handful of kids out. We had like 17 kayaks we were able to get people on, get them in the river. The kids were able to get a tiny taste of like what kayaking on the Tug Fork River was like, and we did a lot of other environmental education activities.
West Virginia Rivers has come and set up a table and given some youth education and floated the river with us. They've provided some funding for that. People that moved away from here now see the river differently than when they were growing up. They enjoy it, they appreciate it, and they want to come back and see the change. It's a reason to come home, is to see the change that this river has gone through and what it has become.
West Virginia Rivers is an advocacy agency. Their goal is to protect, restore all of the streams in West Virginia, including teeny tiny ones like this, both through boots on the ground in the stream work and legislative action. Initially, it was a friendly professional relationship that over the years became friendship. They provided us with insight, tools, and once we had the project done, they were also very encouraging. Where things really became important was when the bypass was installed. We knew that this was going to change the geomorphology of the area. What concrete does is collects a large amount of water from an area and quickly moves it into the stream. And so all the debris, all of the pollutants go right into the stream, as well as all the sediment. We talked about our concerns, and Jenna, who was with West Virginia Rivers, said, here are some things that you can do to test the changes to the stream. She applied for a grant with Trout Unlimited. With that, we bought equipment that we probably could not afford. Jenna taught us, for example, that in collecting water, to test turbidity, you need to be in the riffle because that's where the sediment is being carried. You need to do it in the same place every time, so there's that consistency. Her goal was to make the information valid and trustworthy, and she helped us do that. They never made me feel like the Watershed Association didn't know what we were doing. That made a big difference. This is a little stream that hasn't gotten a lot of attention, but because West Virginia Rivers has given us information and tools, they know they don't need to worry about the Warm Springs Run being restored and improved. That's our goal, to do in a small level what they do on a large level.
It stinks. God, it stinks.
The smell's always here. It's all down the creeks. You can smell it all down the creeks. People don't sit on their porches anymore. It's a kind of a rotten egg smell. It is a sulfuric acid smell. It's a chemical smell. It can kill you. If you breathe it, it causes, your mind to get fogged. I got a phone call in February the 14th in 2023. My friend Jamie said that his yard was flooded and he wanted me to come down and help him. Well, I came down, it just inundated his yard. We didn't really realize there was a problem until the next day we found it coming out here. And that's when we knew something underground was going on, something major. The DEP, they didn't do anything from February of 23 to June the 14th. They let it run in these fields and beside the road, saturating the ground. All the white stringy, the poison, and we think it was an emulsion that was just covering this whole area. And it was seeping into the creeks. And then we just started doing the investigations, I started getting the mind maps, and it took about a year and a half to figure out what was going on back here. We've tested extensively. We found mine waste, mine pollution. They just piped it right into the creek. It's not good. It's what we consider a dead creek. It's gotten into people's wells. It was just me and a few other people, and nobody else believed in us, but the results goes a long way when you're dealing with people. You can tell them all day that water's bad, but when they see it on paper, and we have West Virginia River scientists saying it's bad and all this, that's when everything started turning for me for the better. People are starting to help me a lot now. They help with the water distribution. I give out 8 cases of water every 2 weeks, and that's a lot of water for this community. Now I'm starting to give it out to other communities. Now I'm finding out that this is going on all over the county, and Van in West Virginia Rivers is helping me with that. I just felt like if I didn't do it, nobody else would. Everybody wants to give me credit, but I couldn't do it without West Virginia Rivers. I struggled until they got involved. People need to know about these groups. Your water's bad, call these people. West Virginia Rivers has the people that knows how to fix this stuff. They were here for me when I needed them. Hopefully, this and what I've done down here will change the way people do things in West Virginia.
It's where you live. This is home. If you don't care about your home, then what do you care about? The river provides recreation, it provides water, it provides drinking water. If you don't have water to drink, what do you have?
It's our responsibility, we only get one Earth. Congratulations to West Virginia Rivers on being part of this environmental movement to cleaner and healthier rivers for the past 35 years. Excited to see what the future holds.
Congratulations, West Virginia Rivers, and thank you for all you do for the state of West Virginia and the Tug Fork River.
I know they'll continue to grow and thrive and make a difference 35 years from now.